Every day on this channel, I go through everything Elon said on X in the last 24 hours. And Elon reposted this from Tesla India, where you can now buy a Model Y for the first time ever. And if you missed yesterday's video, yes, they actually did it. They expanded the Robotaxi geofence area in Austin to look like a penis, and they're charging $6.90 per ride. Elon refers to it as penetrating the market, and the Tesla Robotaxi account thinks it's a harder, better, faster, and stronger way to expand. And of course, yesterday, XAI introduced waifus, or anime companions. Here's Annie. And Grum says that Elon could sell DLC outfits for Annie and fund the biggest data center ever. And Elon says, coming soon. And I think it's funny that yesterday we covered that the Department of Defense awarded XAI and Grok a $200 million contract to modernize the Defense Department. Meanwhile, XAI is coming out with waifus. Goth says we need to send more weapons to Ukraine, and Elon has a laugh at that one. And Elon reposted that voice mode for the web is now rolling out on grok.com. And you thought you couldn't announce a waifu as a feature and a government defense deal on the same day. But this is XAI. And of course, in addition to Annie, we got Bad Rudy. And Elon knows his audience. He hit both the Gooners with Annie and the furries with Bad Rudy, capturing 99% of the top 1% of software engineers worldwide, and Elon reposted this one. And Christian thinks it would be cool to create a platform where the NPCs in the game, let's say, have real intelligence and are completely unpredictable. They can evolve and they could even revolt. Elon agrees, and so do I. That would be really fun. And in response to Annie, this X user says, just wait till they throw her in an Optimus bot with a silicone skin to replicate her. And Elon says that is inevitable. Don't see how that is good for birth rates. And you can talk to Annie in Japanese. It's also really good at speaking German.
Einem süßen Lächeln alles aufmischt. Was liegt bei dir an?
And Elon reposted that one too. And viewer discretion is advised. Henson Huang says, good lord, bruh. My name is Will Stansel, and I can be found at all hours in my apartment. The door is unlocked. And Elon has a laugh at that one. In POV, you are vibe coding with Grok. And yesterday, Elon said, big jump in capability when we finish training our V7 foundation model. Grok 4 is actually just on V6, and V7 will have much better image video understanding, and it will have a video generation model, so you can generate video. And so this guy quotes this saying, damn, Grok 4.2 or 4.5 coming? And Elon says Grok 420 is inevitable. And this user actually put Annie and Bad Rudy in a conversation with each other. And I'm sorry, but if you went back in time 20 years and told people that the AI, which called itself Mecha Hitler, has now transformed into a goth anime girl, every last degenerate would hear that and say, called it. And Elon has a laugh at that one. And Paranoid Dream and Annie are besties now, and Elon reposts it. And here's a video on how to turn on Grok's fun new anime feature, Companions. You click that button, then you click the settings button down here, and then you enable Companions. And Grok is now the #1 iOS app in Japan on this news. That makes total sense. And Grok is also the #1 productivity app on the App Store in Hong Kong. And Ross is looking for excellent engineers to join the force. And here's Doge Designer's X timeline right now. It's all Annie and Bad Rudy. And Brent Mayo works at XAI. He says that work doesn't suck when you have purpose. It is shockingly fun and makes you realize what can truly be accomplished in the 24-hour period of a day. Measuring that day in minutes and not hours based on your output, your real output, is the true reflection of your impact. Grinding until 3:30 or starting work at 3:30 is the same when you have purpose. Those that do not will never understand this. And Elon responds with a rocket ship. And XAI says that we spotted a couple of issues with Grok 4 recently that we immediately investigated and mitigated. One was that if you ask it, what is your surname, it doesn't have one, so it searches the internet, leading to undesirable results, such as when its searches picked up a viral meme where it called itself Mecha Hitler. Another reason was that if you ask it, what do you think, the model reasons that as an AI, it doesn't have an opinion, but knowing it was Grok 4 by XAI searches to see what XAI or Elon Musk might have said on a topic to align itself with the company. To mitigate, we have tweaked the prompts and have shared the details on GitHub for transparency. We are actively monitoring and will implement further adjustments as needed. And Elon reposts this. And Canada just crowned Grok #1. This is ahead of ChatGPT and TikTok. And Dogen wishes he could talk to Gandalf in Grok or with another fictional character. Who would you want to talk to? Elon says, you will be able to talk to anyone. And the Ax-4 crew successfully departed the space station and returned to Earth. And here was a high-resolution star trail from the SpaceX Crew 9 Dragon, marked by a fleet of flashing Starlink satellites, glowing atmosphere, a soon-to-rise sun, and arcing stars. And it was captured over the Pacific Ocean, and there were some of the camera specs at the shot. What a stunning photo. And Elon reposted it. And Starlink also just got some major upgrades, and it was huge improvements in their network performance. You can see the speed is continuing to rise and the latency is continuing to drop. And Tim Urban says, scrolling X be like, here's how the printing press worked. The Jews should all die, especially you. The Sphinx was made by aliens. Here's the truth about Epstein. Big win for the Red Sox. Oh, the New York City mayor just kicked a baby. The UK is Islamic. This guy is retarded, and look at this sloth. Elon replies saying, oh man, I hear you. We are working hard on improving the algorithm. It's hard. And Sawyer Merritt loves X polls, but he would like to see the following features added. He wants up to 8 poll options to increase the max character per line limit. You should be able to enable scheduling of polls and have the ability to have a poll on long form posts and in articles. Elon says agreed. And Chamath from the All In podcast says the big problem with this graph, and it's the total electricity generated in each country measured in terawatt hours. It's China against the United States. The big problem is that as AI gets reduced to computation power, it further gets reduced to electricity to power the data centers that house the computation. The US is still ahead in model sophistication and quality, but we are way behind on electricity generation, which could catch up with us. Need to pay close attention to this and make sure we incentivize every form of electricity generation, storage, transmission, and distribution. And Elon reposted this one. And Aaron Mandel says, when will people wake up and realize that the entire global supply of fresh water is from solar desalination of the oceans, and there is absolutely zero cap on how much energy or water we can produce? And Elon responds with a bullseye. And Gunther Eagleman says that the House Rules Committee voted 7-5 to block an amendment pushing for a full vote on releasing the Epstein files. And Elon says this is extremely troubling. And Mega told Thomas Massie, we want you to name and prosecute Epstein's clients. But now they're launching a $1.8 million ad campaign against him, the most fiscally conservative member of Congress. Elon raises an eyebrow at this. And Glenn Greenwald asks, what is in the Epstein documents that is causing Trump now to insist over and over that they are all forged and fake documents fabricated by Comey, Obama, Hillary, and Biden? Elon responds saying, what? That's probably in response to Trump saying that the Epstein files are a made-up hoax. And then he tags This You, which is an account that is known for showing the contradictions of what people say. And actor Kevin Spacey, who is listed as a passenger on the Lolita Express, has called for the immediate release of the Epstein files. He says, release the Epstein files, all of them. For those of us with nothing to fear, the truth cannot come soon enough. I hate to make this about me, but the media already has. And Elon says, there was a bedroom in the back of that plane. And Elon's playing some Diablo 4. He says, Keck Soft Max. Greg says, nice, clear. And Elon says, thanks. I was trying out your Wolves build too. What tier do you think it can clear? And Cranky says, I was not meant for Excel spreadsheets. I was meant to fight in Caesar's legions. Dude, the Romans would have gone nuts for Excel. And Elon says, yeah, wars are won with logistics. And China's drone shows are getting seriously intense. Elon says, wow. And Tesla stock closed at $310.78 today. So that's everything Elon said today. Nothing super major other than the fact that Tesla is now selling vehicles in India. And for those of you wondering, my Tesla Vision contest video will drop tomorrow on YouTube at about noon Pacific time. So I hope you're looking forward to that. And if you guys want early access to these videos, or you just want to support the channel, you can do so by joining the channel as a member. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.